She was born during the Sri Lankan Civil War, during which hundreds and thousands of people have lost their lives for a cause. She and her family are fighters and survivors. She had been through a lot of hardship during her childhood as well. Her mom is her superwoman. Now today she stands before us. She walks, runs, breathes, eats and sleeps Salesforce. She loves Salesforce. And she is also a women in technology leader in one of the Sri Lankan community groups. Not only that, she also heads the project delivery and product management for Proids and Technologies in Sri Lanka. Let's welcome Sanas Raghukumar to Dev Talkies. Hey Sanas!
Hi Kiran, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, and thank you for the introduction. Awesome, and especially the part about the Salesforce and Shanas. I really love that part. Thank you again.
Oh yeah, we know you're crazy about Salesforce. You love Salesforce, so which is why it was natural for me to mention that.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
shifting gears soon. During pandemic, why in the world were you and your husband cutting each other's hair? Were you fighting? What was this experiment all about?
So the necessity is a mother of in all the inventions. So I was trying to learn something. So we thought, okay, let's take these lockdown to do some experiments on each other's hair. So I was taking scissors or whatever necessary things and trying to do some haircut for him. It didn't work out well actually. So then I stuffed it up, and he's from the back half of the hair is not there now. That's why you guys are not seeing any selfies in Facebook. Okay.
My wife did the same to my 3-year-old son. I think he's the person she loves the most in the world. He's looking like a hippie puppy now. and number two, I will never give my head to her hand because I'll probably look like a moon with a lot of craters on it.
That
So
suits you well.
it'll not, Sanas. Poor guy, your husband. He's got all my support. Cool. So yours is an inspirational journey, right? You've been through a lot of hardship in life. You really worked hard. But how has this switch been from an academician, right? You were a trainer who used to, teach students on different technologies and platforms, and now you are a Salesforce person, right? How has that switch been for you? And what was your first project all about?
So back in 2006, that's straight after my the high studies. So I just started my the high education, the university education. So then I got a chance to work as an instructor, the computer instructor. So that's where my academic career started. So I used to be teaching programming languages and training students on different Microsoft technologies, in different programming languages. And I used to be a successful project supervisor. So then one day I thought, I'm training students on different languages and projects. Why, why shouldn't I go to the industry and, work in the industry as a software engineer, or maybe just to start with a software engineer, and we'll see where it can take me. So that's how I joined Proidson.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined Proidson back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So this, the decision that
And
I've
you had
taken,
no knowledge about Salesforce, right?
no knowledge about Salesforce. Not only that, I didn't have any experience at all in the in the technical industry. So I started as a WordPress developer. Like WordPress is more like anyone can self learn, right? So self learn and do it. So more like a WordPress developer for like 6 months, and in 6 months time I got an opportunity to lead a Salesforce team, and just to start up a Salesforce practice here back in Sri Lanka for an Australian partner. So I never knew what is Salesforce. I didn't know ABC of Salesforce. Never ever heard. But
Mm-hmm.
then when I was given the opportunity, I thought, yeah, yes, let me take the opportunity. So usually I do not hesitate to take any opportunities. So that's how I got the opportunity, and then now you know where I am. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what was this first project all about? And what were your learnings?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting thing. So as I said, I didn't know ABC of Salesforce, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, the first project is an integration project, right?
Wow.
So we so we had to do an integration between Salesforce and SAP B1. So I just know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's SAP B1, this is Salesforce, and I never knew anything about it. So then the same day, like, okay, I've gone home and I've checked what it is and what it is, and then without even knowing anything about it, I have never ever done an integration before. So I thought, no, it's okay. Let's take up this challenge. Yeah. So I had a wonderful team. So with my team, I took up the challenge, and I think we have successfully implemented that project using Java as a middleware. So wherever I go, anyone asks me about my Salesforce journey, I would definitely talk about that, because from nowhere, to different places now. So that's interesting thing, I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Sanas, tell me this. Um, when was the first time you happened to know about the Salesforce community in Sri Lanka? And how did you find it?
Yeah, so when we started in Salesforce, so we never knew there are other companies, or there are companies doing Salesforce, right? So I used to be searching in the Google to see that time in Sri Lanka there was only another company, one or two companies doing, right, Salesforce. And then I didn't really bother about communities. We never knew what is community, first of all, right? The terminology community comes when I got to know Salesforce only, to be honest. And so in like after 2 years like that, so I've heard about community, especially I'm like a name Chamil. So that was there in the like when I browsed about Salesforce, then I got to know about, of course, there is a community. And then we went for one community, actually one community meetup. So then I see, okay, there are different people. This is what the Salesforce community is. Okay, so I was so thrilled to know my, like the different people who are working in the Salesforce industry, where I was thinking only we are the people that time. So that's how my like community journey started, actually.
Awesome. Really, really good to know that, Sanas. And how did you find the Salesforce community?
Oh my God. So, if you ask me about Salesforce and Salesforce community, so I can talk, maybe I can write pages and pages, right? So
Okay.
I'm a person, I used to be, talking about Salesforce to the strangers. Yeah. So I'm such person like that. So, usually I see, Salesforce as, they are like, torchbearers for many progressive values in this 21st century, right? So unlike other, technologies or platforms, I see there is some, emotional touch with Salesforce, right?
Right. No,
So
you were rightly
that's
mentioning that Salesforce is not just a platform, but the
it's an
community is an
emotion for
emotion.
me. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
emotion
yeah,
for me, right? So
yeah.
like you got so many examples for that, right? So I'm just telling you about a very simple example. If I want to reach a developer relations team, it's just a WhatsApp away, right? So that much we are connected, right? So I'm known to someone who is back in San Francisco, and someone back in San Francisco would know me via this network, right? So that opens up lots of opportunities for you, right? Like, and again, like assume, like even in tech, within technology, if I'm okay, struggling to put a solution for something, so I have so many things on, the support from the developer community, right? So
Right,
many,
right.
Salesforce professionals, they put
You
together
can
lots of
rely on a lot
blogs
of
and
resources as well.
articles,
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Definitely there are many days when I struggle, so all these things have helped. So I mean, like, that's why I said it's more than a technology. So it's more than an emotion, especially with people coming in there. So it's in my blood. Salesforce is in my blood.
I
That's
know, I know. You are everything. You are everything connected to
so
Salesforce. Now tell me,
definitely,
Sanas.
definitely.
Now tell me, how is that you convince people? I'm pretty sure you're also talking to strangers about Salesforce. How is that you talk to them about
Yeah,
Salesforce?
I do. So, I would say, like, okay, a very simple example. I'm not going to talk a lot, right? So, do you want to work until you are 50, 55, or do you think even in 65 you want to work? Salesforce is the solution. Yeah. So you are a programmer writing. I don't want to specify languages. If you're just a programmer, you may not want to do coding always. You may not want to be in the same platform for always. But within Salesforce, you can be administrator. You can be a BA. You can be a project manager. You can be a developer, and you can have your own company. Right? So the
You
model is
make a
like that.
very good
Always.
point. You make a very good point. You can be anything in Salesforce ecosystem,
Yes.
which
Yes.
which
Simple
gives you a
as
lot of
that. Yeah.
opportunities and choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree
Yeah.
with you. So Sanas, you're a women in technology leader, right? And
Yeah.
I've seen you in Sri Lanka. We met. We spent a lot of time together. I see that you motivate people a lot. You make people stand on the stage. You make them talk. You make them come out of their comfort zones.
Definitely.
I see it, I see it in you. What is the thought process? How do you think about all these things?
Yeah, so the first thing is when I've gone to like my very first meetup, so I didn't see many women there. So I thought like, okay, so then I got an opportunity to start up the women in tech. Then my first thing is to bring all the, I would say girls, I don't want to still use a word women movement, so I just say girls, right? I want to bring all the girls into the meetups first. So that was like my first motive, which I thought I was successful. And my second motive, I wanted all of them to be empowered, right? I wanted everyone to come onto the stage, and I gave them the empowerment for even for them to bring their skills out. So I made sure even in different meetups and things, they would present on some topic. It's not that, oh, because we are a small community, so it's not that we always want to invite the external guest, so we make you external speakers, we make you as a speaker and you present, so you bring what you have. So I thought like in that way I definitely have inspired different people on that. So I make sure like everyone can present and they're empowered and they know what they are capable of. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are a leader, and we totally know that. Sanas, what is that one developer tip you want to give to our audience today?
Yeah, maybe in terms of developer tip, maybe because I specialize in integration. Yeah. So and back in 2014, the 2015, the first project I've started also, that was an integration project. So we had to do that. Maybe this can be something helpful for newbies. Yeah. So we had to do that integration, which is between Salesforce and SAP B1 using Java as a middleware. So the learning I had, like between the partner WSDL and enterprise WSDL, right? Nowadays you have lots of iPaaS solutions and ETLs. People may not use tools, but smaller companies might try to still do middlewares and using Java and things like that. So you might want to know difference between the partner WSDL and the enterprise WSDL. So if you are writing an integration solution for a single company, just for a single customer, so you might always go for an enterprise WSDL because it's like strongly typed. Yeah. And if you think that you're going to do a common solution which is connecting different organization, you might go for a partner WSDL. So it's just a simple tip, right? So about
That's a
development
wonderful
and
tip.
integration, we can talk a
Absolutely.
lot. Yeah.
Thanks, Sanas. Thanks so much for that very useful tip. So, very quickly, tell us, what is Sanas's goal next? What is her vision?
Okay, so maybe I would say what's coming soon. We have been having a Salesforce division within our company. So we are spinning off a new entity, a new company, a Salesforce company. So which will be really known as Biz Advanta. I would like to share the name with you all. And I've
Wow!
also
Congratulations.
thank you. And
So this company has a lady boss.
So with that, I will be also like stepping up into the corporate leadership for the corporate management level. So
Wonderful, Sanas.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Thanks
We're all
for
pretty
that,
sure you're going to be great at what you do because you're an achiever, right? You don't give up. Congratulations on that. And thank you so much for being part of Dev Talkies today. It was a pleasure talking to you. But before you go, I don't want you and your husband, to just sit in home and cut each other's hair. We want you to go out, spend some time out in the green. So we're going to give you a very nice picnic backpack. For both of you guys, a waterproof backpack. This is a gift from Dev Talkies. We've got some budget for you, so enjoy.
Thank you, Kiran. So thank you so much for putting up such a show. Thank you so much for putting up such a show. Yeah, because these days we don't have any in-person events like TDX or nothing, right? So such shows will make us connect to y'all, like connect to the whole Salesforce family, Salesforce Ohana.
I hope you like it, and this show is for all our Salesforce people in the ecosystem.
Definitely. Thanks, Kiran.